Alright people, this is one that I came up with a little while back. I had actually sent this to a famous podcaster a couple months back, but and it seemed like she did kind of mention it there. It's called "This is Your Platinum/Golden EX-CALIBUR," and or your whole internal and external caliber of knowledge. Be careful when you go to the courts nowadays, because we all know they're imposters now. If you file it just normal and fill out things, they'll consider it internal and trick you and choose how they want. If you write ex parte and ex real on the outside, they'll be forced to treat it fairly. So here's the first one. This is your sword, sort, or lot of knowledge as one of the true American sovereign people. This sword, sort, lot of knowledge will fill a historical time knowledge gap that was invasively and unhumanely manufactured then, portrayed, and or projected out externally onto the true American sovereign people. That's you and I, that's our parents, that's our ancestors. Not cool. They were warring on us people the whole time. It's the German Franks, Nazis, and who came from the Rhine River Valley in Germany, up from Egypt. So they're gypsies, grifters, vaudeville, con men, con women, stuff like that. And they nest in actors and actresses' dens, shit like that. Sorry for the language. This said knowledge of the truth was, as is very was obvious today, this said knowledge, the truth, was, as is very obvious today, educationally self-evident. Meaning nobody knows what took place here, what really took place here in this country. Intentionally and maliciously, this was kept away from the said true American people, as well as apparently most everyone else, and a false set of information hiding themselves. That's the Franconians, the Franks, or the Nazis, hiding themselves. And then what happened is, in place of what they held back from you, they put in place of that a false education, what we call an indoctrination. They put that in place of the true education, so that's called an indoctrination. And this is, they are due that, people. Our true American sovereign kids are due that education, once true, sacred, and due education. The adults, the genuine parents, as well as non-scheming, non-pretending to be guardians, because that's where they fake everybody out. They all pretend to be guardians while not telling you the real story, and then they take your estates, which is your wallet you're born with, and they steal it when you're born. That's the imposters that are in this country right now. That's the real AI, American imposters. That's what you got to watch out for. Holding the responsibility to educate correctly, nurturing such children's educations. So that's who is responsible for educating our children, people. Okay, people. So continued. The children are the innocent receivers and or beneficiaries of such said due education, and whose only responsibility is to be a child himself and listen to love and learn from said child's, I have it down twice here, I'm sorry about that, people, said child's real parents. Okay? So just letting you know on that one, to their parents or whoever's watching them, but these guardians, why do you think everybody changes their names up in Washington, like the commanders? Well, because they feel they have the most power, they can, still make the calls regarding your estate that was stolen from you. That is not true. And the guardians, well, the guardians have the access to the estate. But unless you're related and you gave them authorization to do it, that is not true. So just remember that, okay? It's the real parents, the real guardians, and the real adoptive parents or whatever that do have access to that are supposed to when they're 18. Not the courts hide it for these German Nazis and friends here. Okay? Although having started much earlier for the most part, this took place starting around 1933, with the final and most active parts of this stealth invasion upon America took place from 1945 to 1947. Guess who formed within those 2 years, people? CIA. And I really wish that JFK would have done that 1,000-piece shards thing he was going to do with them, because what they did between 47 and today, it would make you literally just puke all over the place, people. And they need to be gone. They need to be gotten rid of. They need to be gone. And I speak from experience because they've done it all to me. And even onto this very day, yes, I mentioned that, they do this horrific terrorism. They are the ones that do it. And they turn around and they 180 blame you and I. And they need to go. All right? They need to go, be deported, or get executed. That's it. As of this writing, okay? Because they've done many horrific things to me. It's not hate speech. This is just what, if you want to protect the rest of the Americans, the true Americans, the true sovereign Americans, and the little boys and the little girls, our children, you need to make sure these, AI or American imposter invaders, infiltrators, that are faking being American officials, but are harming and robbing the country blind at the same time, and they can't control it, people, then you need to make sure that they go. And if you have to tear the whole thing down and start it up again with the real Americans, we'll do that. All right, people, so up on this one here, I've got, it's the same one, but it's just going to be the bottom page of it. The next page, your EX-CALIBUR of knowledge. Basically, I've got it written down below there. As one of the true American sovereign people. So your EX-CALIBUR as one of the true American sovereign people of knowledge awaits. And this is going to explain, as you'll see. Let's go ahead and get the frame up here. Okay, people, so if you have to, I know the writing's kind of small. I am being personally attacked as we speak right now by these very perpetrators. So just in case there's any Americans out there who want to say that there's not, it can't be right, or it'll be mostly them because they have a habit of doing that, and then 180 blame you. I am being attacked right now in a profuse manner. All of my phones are being taken down. I'm having to get new ones. It causes havoc when, as you know, with your DoorDash accounts and your Google accounts and all that stuff, and you have to go open all new ones. They've done that to me 6 times, people. So, do you think I'm right in any way? You think I'm correct in any way? I think so. I haven't found anywhere where I've been off, and they attack even harder and harder. There was a blocking team on me, people. The girl's name is Maylene Taylor Sutera. She is the crew leader. She has a assistant enforcer. He goes by the name of Larry. I call him Larry Little Bitch because they're both just little runts. I mean, but it was just unbelievable the way they just came and invaded my premises. And, this is 7 years ago, people. It's not spotty 7 years. Like every Wednesday you'd see this guy come over. No. This is a rotating group of 5 to 7, always 5 to 7, in a speakeasy type unit that is usually, they will keep located next to yours. And their main choice word, a speakeasy word, is knock, knock, knock. Brooklyn. Brooklyn. And that's what they do. They are watching me right now, people. It is, 4 o'clock in the morning here. What the heck are they doing watching me doing this video after downing all my phones today? It took me all day just to get a couple of them back up. And they broke one of them completely, so I have to call and get another one. This is what happens this is every day for me, people. This is not just one day. And it's not just spotty. When I wake up, they're watching me. When I go to the bathroom, take a crap, take a piss, change my clothes, have sex, or whatever, they're watching. Take a shower, they're watching. And she does it by hijacking my vision, like the movie The Purge, and she does it by V2 Skull. Look that up and you'll see what it does. It forces you to hear what they say. So they can play psyops and, try to play, ops on you and all that shit. It's stupid. What it is psychopathical. It's psychopath or psychopathic. It is a game that they want to continuously play like The Sims. Well, your SMS messages, put the I in there and you have The Sims. That's what that was for, to train them. So you have these stupid ass, they're droids, people. They're called predators, or they're called repeaters, or whatever, but they're predators. And they're trying to steal your estate, all the Americans' estates, including the police officers. So to you police officers, you need to start arresting these people when some people come up and tell you they have predator droids that keep watching them all day. Because if not, your city's going to lose out and your family's going to lose out. Because the next one could very well be you. They don't discriminate. They just want to steal all the estates. Okay, so I'm just putting that in there. Now, on this one, this is your Excalibur of knowledge, people. And they do much worse. I'm just saying, they'll call in air support like they did to me last night, which, they let them install all the files into my phones so they could be all down today. Okay, I'm just letting you know. All right, this is what they do. These people need to be executed for what they've done. And it's been 7 years for me, people. 15 total. But with this one crew, and this Maylene Taylor Sutera, who plays the role of crew leader with Larry Littlebitch as her supposed enforcer, but they just end up going behind closed doors and, I think he programs her, honestly, to have sex with him. That's all pretty much that's happening. So, but when it comes that time, he tries to act awesome, he can. She tries to act awesome and sometimes succeeds more than him. So anyway, let's get back to this, but something needs to be done about that because they will, if they're not controlled and they're not gotten now, they will be out of control and they will be at a house near you to steal all your things and your estates and everything. So to the police in all states, be aware, predator drones, you need to go get them and execute them because they are a danger to public safety, public health and public safety. Okay? And if you're wondering what the results from MK Ultra, where they went, well, ta-da, this is it, people. That is exactly where it went. Because they're watching me right now film this. So I'm just letting you know. Okay? That's where it went. So they could do that and have proxy fighters. So when CIA wanted to go and rape and pillage the American people, this is the actual nuclear attack. There's different terms for different things. They use nuclear for that. And the underground bunkers they want for some bombs, they were so they couldn't get caught or nobody could get in. I just highly tend to think that our boys and girls in uniform are smarter than that. And they're going to open up a big, nice supply of gas or something in there as they can get as many as they can in there. And send them on a nice sleep for a while. Because you just don't do that to people. And you don't do that to the true American people. That's my take on it. All right, now here we go. Excalibur. What do I mean by this? People, I want you to use these words of knowledge wisely. Who is they? This is the question you'll always get. well, they did me wrong here, and then they told me to go up there, and then they tried to send me back, and then you'll always have somebody stop you. And they'll say, who's they? Who's they? Well, first of all, one of them is sitting right in front of you, because they have a bad habit of asking that question. Who's they? Who's they? Okay? Let's keep that in mind. Now, they are the Franks and or the Nazis or the Nazis. The Nazi Socialist Democratic Party. That's who they are. That's who they are as of today. As of today. I think they went under Antifa and all that stuff, but that's still them, people. And whenever you hear the term NEO or Neo, don't be fooled. Don't go to the Matrix and Neo and that's them, people. That's them trying to live out their fantasy. Have a guy from Wisconsin say Neo and you'll come out new. New, clear, like a nuclear land. Because they don't have one. So, nuclear. They have a Rebensbaum. They're a people without a nation. So, we have our own. And they're trying to take it. And I'll tell you one thing over my damn dead, cold hard body. Will they ever get it from me? And I'm proud to say it. So, back to this abbreviation. Did you see it? Did you see the Nazi Socialist Democratic Party? Well, okay, again, if you look at it again, how do you think they came up for the name for the NASDAQ, people? How do you think they came up for the name the NASDAQ? How was it decided on? Yep, it was all Nazis. I could tell you more and more, but I'm trying to keep this short. The more, and this is what I'm saying, the more the true American people, the true American sovereign people can grasp this or wrap their head around it. So, people, the more the American people can grasp this, especially the fact that these Franks and or Nazis are warring. Okay? They are warring. They are warring on the true American people. From within. It means they all came over between most of them, a lot of them, between 1945 and 1947, and then bam, a brand new intelligence agency was born called CIA, and all the intelligence agencies around them that have been forming up until this very day, that's where they've all been nesting. CIA. That's where they've been. And I'm sick of them because they're around me more than my own family. And there's an easy explanation for that because, well, I won't get into it now, but yeah, they're the reason. So, in other words, now this is all them now. This is all that, and that's what they are, from the Rhine River Valley in Germany. They are the grifters, they are the con men, the con women. All the courts are fake. Everything is fake, fake, fake. So they feel they won't get in trouble, which is a bunch of bullshit because all these fraudulent public acts, they got another thing coming. All right, so in other words, and I'm giving you the real truth here, not a parable truth or a play truth. We got to play this show out first. No, this is all my own experience and my own stuff and my own experiences. And, I got to talk with most of them that I came in contact with. Some of them were nice, some of them weren't. But either way, I logged it down always. So that's what I'm giving you here today, people. I'm just letting you know. So in other words, they perform in their theater world, because their staging area, all this stuff, well, that's where they get it from. Masks and everything. Governmental perceptional deception. That's what they're doing on you right now. People, everybody is their own government. Everybody's their own If you're born here, You are American royalty, people. Everybody over 18 is a king or a queen, and the kids are princes and princesses. That's just the way it is. It's not just one family, people, like all the rest of the world try to tell you. All of you are kings, queens, princes, and princesses. That's it. They also use word trickery, theater, masks, and parallels. This is especially bad because they get their word trickery from the parallel language, called parallel construction, they call it. Look in the Robert Mueller report, and you'll see parallel construction all over the place. One Bill Barr tends to say that word over and over. And Bill Barr is one of the ones, apparently, who is responsible for this blocking team that is viewing me right now. And I'm not just talking, like way across the country in some trailer. I'm talking like very close by, and it started out right in my own living quarters. All right, so don't let these imposters run in the government, the so-called government. The real government is ourselves, people. And it's not a piece of paper, it's ourselves. And if you want to take it down to pieces of paper, well, I located 5. Not just one. And it did not supersede anything. They all work together. And they know that. So they take them, use your money, use your resources, use your access, and then call it an occupation. That's the way they do it, people. That's what these Franks and Nazis do. Well, this is what is known as, when you hear it on the news all the time, our democracy. That's O-U-R, our democracy. People, this is not a democracy. It's a republic. Technically, it's a public. Okay, but if there's ever a problem, whatever, then sometimes you have to republicize or republic. So, republic is fine too, but it is not a democracy, and you're being shown why right now. It's the 3rd of, was the 3rd of February, or April 2026 today. I think it's the 4th now. But it is run by these Franks, Nazis, American imposters, or what I call the real AI. These Franks, Nazis, gypsies, grifters, con men, con women, come from the Rhine River Valley in Germany, like I just told you. I've already told you. But that particular river, people, guess what they call it? Those of you that are big fans of UFO world will appreciate this. Well, there's this big story. Everything's supposed to be big and scary and impressive and awesome. And it's just not that way. People, they're not that smart. They don't have that kind of talent. And they're certainly not equipped to do any of that. They're not skilled at anything, only stealing, deceiving and stealing from you. Okay, but in the UFO world, they have this thing called Majestic 12. Can't talk about that because it's top G1D Band 11 by ZKY classified. Yeah, classified, people, that stands for categorized. That's all that means. It's not secret, and you're not supposed to have secrets in a free and open society. Listen to your favorite JFK tape. I'm sure you'll hear it. But they call it the Majestic River. The Rhine River. They call it the Majestic, and they're pissed about it because that's where they come from, so that's where they have to say they're from. They've even tried changing some terms to fit more toward their lifestyle. Now, let me explain to you real quick in about 2 sentences what the Rhine River is. It's a sewage dump, people. Everybody's sewage dumps into the Rhine River. But they call it Majestic. Well, that would be correct. They do. And those idiots that are playing like they're Americans, trying to be the government of this country and fool everybody here, including yours and my parents and everyone, they need to all be in jail right now or executed. That's it. I mean, there's no hate speech here. It's just the law. That's it. Calls for a death sentence in 90 days. And that's what my comprehension of it is. But they are formerly from, like I said, they came up from Egypt as gypsies, grifters, and con men, con women, vaudeville shows, and actors, actresses, and all that fake crap. But yeah, eventually, like kind of like their first country they used as a mask, and then took over was Franconia. So anything from Franconia, they pretty much just, if they have to go back and settle there, they do. I found an online site the other night that kind of treated it like a gathering spot where they can still get community bank money and all this other benefits, which, heck, most Americans don't even have. And I think as far as that hometown part of the globe, somebody needs to check that website out as far as like what's a it says it's a family website. Well, I do believe that, like a nuclear family, like I just mentioned. But that all those family websites usually don't have whole community banks and links to DFAS, which is the American Military Service Accounting Office, and which is probably where most of this is going out to. They just have their own set, but they're black. There's just no budgeting at all. So that needs to be checked out as well. I'm just letting you know. So this is the Excalibur of knowledge for the true Americans that it's been held back from for so long. Okay? So what I have finally here, people, is this is some of the external and internal, because that's a big one in court world. If it's internal, there is no internal, external. It's your whole body. This is how stupid they are. This is how they get your wallet away from you at the cradle. You know, the hand that robs the cradle. All right, well, it's them. All right, so the external is what's shown to everybody externally. Internal means they can think about a decision inside themselves and decide your fate. No, I don't think so. That's called self-interpretation. It's called fraud. And it's called psychopathic. They're idiots. This knowledge is what I'm talking about now, so that you know about it. A precious, sacred caliber of knowledge. That's what this has been. Nobody knew all those Nazis, even though we won World War II, supposedly, at least on the world stage, quote unquote. And they admitted to it at the Treaty of Versailles in Article 231, I believe, that yes, the German Nazi Socialist Party was the cause of all of it. They didn't like it, but they signed to it. I think they were just sore, so they wanted to try again. But what they do is the end of wars, people, they use them as stepping stones to go to the countries they really want to, infiltrate, they invade, infiltrate, settle in, get into positions of government, control it, take over the resources, and then settle in. That's what they've been doing ever since. There's a general named General Reinhard Gehlen. You'll see all this Monopoly Go, all this stuff. That's named after him. He was ushered into this country, people, in a 3-star general's U.S. Army uniform, given an alias in the U.S. Army while he trained under Holmby Holmes. Get that one. Okay? I am sick and tired of this crap, and it needs to stop. It's going to stop, and it's going to stop very soon. So, if you've heard what I have heard, or have been able to read or see what I have, I think you would come out with getting pretty close to that. Okay? So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that this was available for you. You now have something that very few people had. And if they ever ask you, well, what happened to all the Nazi descendants and their kids and the descendants and stuff? Let me tell you something. Every time I refer to them, they are the Franks/Nazis/minions/associates /CIA, because they're all the same people. And what happened to all of them? Well, as far as the descendants go, yeah, they settled in here. They settled into America and became American imposters ever since. Okay, that's what AI really means, people. Who do you think's making all this AI imagery stuff? And the worship of images, you know what that's otherwise known as? The worship of Satan. That's what it really means. So you see how they've word tricked all of you. Okay, but as far as these descendants of all these Nazis, let me explain to you. This is the reason why, if any of you are wondering, and I'll leave you with this, that the JFK files or the Epstein files have not been released to whoever's satisfaction. It's because, people, the Nazis' descendants who came over here, were ushered into here, to this country, got settled in, got, just escorted into cushy jobs or sports positions or whatever. They are still alive, and they still know about all of that. Because they're still on the take. Okay? That is the biggest reason why the JFK tapes or files and the Epstein files probably won't be released in their entirety. Now that you know that, because I don't need to see a single one of them, I already know. Now that you know that, do you need to see any of them? No, because they're protecting the same thing. They're stank, disgusting selves who need to get the hell out of our country. And it is our own true sovereign American country, not theirs. They are just people without a nation, but they're trying to take ours. And as much as the people that I know and am aware of, and myself included, know that, that's going to be a very, very cold day in hell. Okay? So I just wanted every one of you to know. So congratulations to all you kings and queens out there. And you really are. You really are American royalty. And I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourself. And please take this, because I went through many years of suffering just to be able to have this. And I really don't even want it if I could trade, but I have it. So I am giving it to you. Now you have an Excalibur of knowledge that you can plug into your certain things that you think about. If you hear something on the news or whatever, you can say, well, wait a minute, I know who that actually is. That's not them, it's them. And yes, that as of this day, the U.S. major media is deep in bed with them. So they need to go too. Okay? So everybody take care. I love all of you. Please take care. God bless you. And I hope to see you next time, okay? Take care of yourselves. And congratulations. Please use this wisely, people, and keep it with you. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.